Hello and welcome to Huntress Moon Tarot. Tonight I really just felt like doing a reading. Feeling very kind of restless energy lately. Maybe it's just my own, but ever since this Scorpio new moon we've been having, I've been feeling it, I think. Yeah, and we're currently in Capricorn, crescent waxing, so very much kind of action oriented, but again, still that kind of restlessness. So, anyway, I'm doing sort of an energy check in reading today, and we have three piles as usual to choose from, and three different objects. The first is this little pendant. It has a gecko and a tiger's eye stone on the end of it. So that'll be pile one. Pile two, we have this little orange elephant. It's to hold incense. I like this little guy, he was a gift. That's pile two. And pile three, we have this ring that has a kiwi bird skull on it. And I got this at a flea market, so that will be pile three. So as usual, just choose the pile that you feel most drawn to, either by number or object, whichever works best for you. And I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile one. If you chose this gecko or lizard pendant with the tiger's eye stone at the end, then this is your reading. We'll be doing cards and channeled messages and charms, as well as these oracle cards tonight. And this will be a energy check-in reading. I've already shuffled these cards quite a bit, but for some reason I felt I needed to do it one more time. Okay, Spirit, what can you tell me about pile one's energy right now? Oh, we have Eight of Swords. What can you tell me about, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Spirit, what else can you tell me about pile one's energy right now? Can you tell me? We have the Ace of Wands. Maybe just one more card. Spirit, what can you tell me about pile one's energy? Can you tell me about pile one's energies, please, Spirit? Oh. We have the Three of Cups. And bottom deck energy, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so we have Swords, Pentacles, Wands, and Cups for you, pile one. Let's get some oracle cards for you as well. Spirit, what advice do you have for pile one? What can you tell me about pile one's energy, please, Spirit? We have fertility. That makes sense with the Nine of Coins. And the Ace of Wands. What can you tell me about pile one, please, Spirit? What can you tell me about pile one? We have safe travel. One more, I think. Spirit. And we have health. That's lovely. So we have fertility, safe travel, and health. And bottom of the deck, we have harmony. So what I'm feeling so far is that you're feeling pretty good, pile one. for the most part. I mean, you have the Eight of Swords, so there is sort of this feeling of being trapped a little bit, which makes sense because with the pandemic and everything happening with restrictions on travel and meeting in groups and seeing friends and family, we're all feeling pretty restricted right now, which we are. So let's get some charms and messages as well to clarify. Spirit, what can you tell me about pile one's energy right now? Okay, I think that's plenty. Okay. We have quite a few in the middle here. We have a ladybug. Oh, 2 ladybugs. Wow. 2 ladybugs. It's quite interesting. We have a ship. That's interesting because we also have safe travel. We have a little cowboy hat. And we have the gecko, of course. So we've got 2 geckos. That's really cool. We have the elephant as well and fortune-telling crystal. Ooh. We have the punk pin and we have this little speckled bead. And then we have this little pink foot and a tower here. So let's get some channeled messages as well. Okay. All right, so let's see what we have for messages. We have I need time. Make a decision. Definitely feeling that there's some action happening here because we do have the Knight of Wands. Some forward moving action here. We have the best of us sometimes eat our words. You have an impact on others. Have compassion. Sometimes these form in sentences, which is interesting. I feel like these definitely go together. The best of us sometimes eat our words. Remember that you have an impact on others and have compassion. So, yeah, I think with the amount of frustration that a lot of us are feeling right now, it's easy to kind of not feel our best in terms of empathizing with others because, yeah, I think with not feeling great ourselves, maybe sometimes we can lash out at people we care about. We have sometimes I think too much. That definitely goes along with the Eight of Swords and sort of this feeling of anxiety. And we have it'll pass. So this is a reminder that yes, we have these feelings of anxiety and like needing to do something, and like maybe sometimes this is affecting our how we feel and maybe our relationship with others, but it's important to remember that it'll pass. Nothing lasts forever, not even although this year has felt very long and like it's never going to end, there will come a time. So moving on, we have remember it's a sin to kill a mockingbird. That's interesting because the Nine of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. Let's see if I can find it. I do have my ID. Where is she? Where are you, Nine of Pentacles? Here you are. Yeah, look. She's holding a bird. It could almost be a mockingbird. Who knows? It looks kind of more like a parrot, but that's quite Interesting association there. We also have life is always a work in progress. Yeah, I think Nine of Pentacles is often about fulfillment and feeling like we have, this fertility. This is also a card that really goes well with the Nine of Pentacles. But it's important to remember that fulfillment takes time and it's a process. So we have there's still more to learn. Yeah, this is just reinforcing that idea that these goals that we want to go towards, that it's always progress and there's always room for improvement. So sometimes it's easy to get frustrated with lack of progress, but we're always moving forward in some way. We learn to love by loving. And this was by the Three of Cups, which is very much about relationships with others. Often it's about a group of friends coming together or some kind of connections with people. And I think there is this feeling that you're frustrated that maybe you're not acting out in ways that you're proud of right now because of this anxiety you're feeling, but it's important to remember that none of us are perfect and we learn to love other people by loving them the best that we can, really. We have Can I Just Kiss You? And we have Hello, Darling. That's interesting because that's on fertility. Maybe this is sort of a love message in a way, this fertility tree. It could be, this won't resonate for everyone, but it could be talking about children maybe, or possible pregnancy, or it could just be in terms of like relationships. There's a very like nice relationship here. It could be, romantic, or it could be with friends, family, but there's love here. There's definitely love here surrounding you. And we have Cut the Crap as well. I feel like this is a message. Maybe I feel that you're very hard on yourself in terms of, when you don't do your best or don't act out in your best. But again, we have this message here, learn to love by loving, so don't be so hard on yourself. I definitely feel like you're seeking this harmony. Maybe you don't feel that you have it quite yet. You want this, Nine of Pentacles sort of energy to surround you, and that's kind of what you're going for, but maybe you feel a little bit of a sense of disharmony right now, but it might be more in your head than in reality. We do have also the elephant, which often represents wisdom and family and loyalty. So you've got a strong foundation, it seems like, but then there's this problem. We have the Eight of Swords here. We have the crystal ball. I feel like you're trying to see into the future almost, like you're so anxious about the future that you're trying to do everything you can to plan for it and to be in control, but unfortunately, like, we don't always have that control that we'd like over how things unfold. It's important to make decisions and to be empowered in our life and to, be independent, but it's okay to also rely on those we love. And I feel like these ladybugs are also kind of a sign of that, you may not feel very harmonious in your life right now, but there's this lovely sort of energy of love around you. And the Nine of Pentacles, it's this garden that's very abundant and it's lush and it has these grapes and trees and there's even a little snail. So I think And ladybugs are really good also for gardens because they help eat pests. So I think Spirit's just reminding you to embrace this kind of abundance. We have the cowboy hat, which can signify authority, but can also signify that we feel a lot of responsibility on our shoulders, that we have to kind of like be the hero, and maybe sacrifice, something, sometimes what we feel that we want. We have to sacrifice that for the better good. I definitely feel like you care a lot about these connections in your life, and you feel the weight of that right now. You're feeling it right now. We have the gecko, which is interesting. I've read up a little bit about what geckos kind of represent in spirituality, and I'm still kind of trying to absorb all that information. But what I can gather is that the gecko is very swift and very clever, and it's good at solving problems. A gecko can crawl up pretty much anything, get around anything. It's very swift, very difficult to catch this kind of animal. So this charm could be about maybe trying to avoid your problems, but it can also be about like being a good problem solver. And I'm feeling more that interpretation here because we have the Ace of Wands upright and we have the Knight of Wands upright. So I feel like you are going towards these goals with the right intentions and with all the energy that you can muster right now. And you're doing it for those you love in your life. You're doing it for, your Three of Cups kind of people. And this tower here, sometimes I use it as my tower, like the tower in tarot. But this time I'm more feeling that it is what it actually is, which is, I believe, a lighthouse. And it's a sign of hope. It's a sign of guidance. Like, you have these people in your life that care about you, and they're also to help guide you. You don't have to carry all the weight and responsibility of this difficult time. So we have also the ship and safe travel. I don't know if you're traveling right now in this difficult time of travel. This card is an encouragement to know that you and your family are safe. Like, there's definitely a lot of anxiety around travel as it is, let alone now. And this ship can also talk about that, the uncertainty of undergoing a tricky journey. But there's a lot of reassuring signs here. I mean, we have health and fertility as well. And we have also this little foot, which can be about guidance, that and protection. Like, you're protected and guided on this journey right now. I might read the booklet on safe travel just because I think it could be reassuring for you. I don't always like to read card descriptions because I like to kind of just read them intuitively. But I am feeling like this sense of security and guidance. This train, even though it's like on this very tall, kind of scary looking bridge, it's got this lovely light ahead of it and it has the full moon. And yeah, I feel that it's guided and protected on its journey. So I'll just quickly read here what it says. It says, the excitement that accompanies a journey can often be tinged with nerves. Will we see our loved ones again? Will they or we make it safely through their adventures? If this card has chosen you, the universe is asking that instead of being fearful, you can do something to help protect those whom you love. If this card chose you, know that fear is impractical, even harmful. Move through fear into magical, positive action. So I think from what it said, it's really reinforcing this idea that there's a lot of nerves and fear surrounding you right now, this Eight of Swords energy, but just know that you're protected and that sending good thoughts out to your family. Sorry about that, group one. My card was full, so I had to clear it a little bit. But as I was saying, basically send out good thoughts to your family right now. I know it's a really hard time to be apart from those you love the most, and it's very easy and for us to feel that we're not doing enough, but sometimes we have to accept our powerlessness in a situation and just know that like our family and friends still love us and care for us and will be there for us, and we can be there for them in the ways that we are able to. The last charms we have are this little bead, speckled bead, and it represents the universe. And again, I think this is reinforcing the fact that like your family and friends and the universe is looking out for you. Like you are loved. Remember that. And then we have the punk pin, which can be about thinking creatively. I'm definitely feeling that this goes along with the gecko as well. That you're a really creative problem solver. You know, also the Knight of Wands is this way. The wands are often about creativity and innovation. And just kind of like grit and being determined, like this cowboy hat too. Like cowboys are very hardworking, so. But yes, lots of positive signs. You have health and fertility and harmony coming in your life, and you have a lot of love. So I hope this was helpful for you, Group 1, and I wish you the best, and I hope to see you in your next reading. Bye, Group 1. Hello, welcome, Group 2. If you chose this little orange elephant, which is an incense holder, then this will be your reading. This is an energy check-in reading, and I'll be using charms and channeled messages as well as oracle cards tonight. Spirit, what can you tell me about Group 2's energy? What can you tell me about Group 2's energy right now, Spirit? What can you tell me about Group 2's energy? We have the Fool. You know, Group 2, I'm feeling like because you chose the elephant, I feel like you must be very gentle souls. And the Fool's kind of this way too, I kind of feel. I always think of the Fool as sort of the hopeless romantic in terms of like he believes, you know, he still believes in ideals and things like that are important. So it's important to keep ideals even when we might be feeling really cynical. It helps to hold on to ideals sometimes. Spirit, what can you tell me about Group 2's energy right now? Can you tell me about Group 2's energy right now, Spirit? What can you tell me about Group 2's energy right now, Spirit? We have the Page of Cups in reverse. What can you tell me about Group 2's energy, Spirit? What can you tell me? Oh, wow. Okay, Spirit wanted to show me these. So we have the Five of Swords. We have the Hermit, which makes sense. The amount of times I've seen the Hermit card this year, I cannot tell you. And we have the Six of Swords in reverse. And then the bottom deck energy is the Four of Cups. Yes, I do think you're a gentle soul right now. Or right now, you are a gentle soul, Group 2. And right now you might be feeling a little bit lost, I think, but hopeful in a way, because you have the Fool and you have the Hermit upright, which is about soul searching, actually. Not necessarily feeling alone, though it can also be that. Okay, let's get some oracle cards and charms and messages for you. Spirit, what can you tell me about Group 2's energy? What advice do you have for Group 2? What can you tell me about Group 2's energy, Spirit? What can you tell me about Group 2's energy, Spirit? What can you tell me about Group 2's energy, please, Spirit? What can you tell me about Group 2's energy, please, Spirit? What can you tell me about Group 2's energy, Spirit? We have harvest. What else, Spirit? What advice do you have for group 2? What can you tell me about their energy? Oh, my goodness. Okay. We have good cheer. Yeah, I do feel like you're feeling optimistic, or if not, then Spirit's encouraging you to embrace this part of yourself. And we have knowledge, which makes sense with the Hermit, seeking self-knowledge, you know? I'm feeling that for sure. And bottom of the deck, we have success, which is nice to have. Let's get some charms for you now, group 2. Okay, Spirit, what can you tell me about group 2's energy? Okay, that is good. Okay. Oh wow, I can tell you right now, you've got 2 fairies in your charms. Yeah, okay. Let's get some channeled messages as well. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a lot of messages, more than I meant to get. Okay, let's roll with it. Spirit has a lot to say to you, group 2. A lot. Okay. We have not my circus, not my monkeys. That's interesting because we have a tiger here, which kind of, I suppose, can make you think of a circus. We have, should I stay or should I go? We have keep on keeping on. Maybe that's an answer to should you stay or should you go? You should keep on keeping on. As in you're on your right path, I think. Maybe that was unclear. We have cut the crap. Only take as much as you need. It's not the end yet. Would you rather be a fool or a coward? That's so funny because you have the Fool, which I always think of, like, I'd rather be the fool than the coward, you know? Like, I'd rather take a risk and maybe fail than not try and always wonder if I made a mistake. We have now or later. There's definitely, you're questioning, you're self-questioning right now, group 2. There's some doubt maybe you're experiencing. Excuse me. We have out of context. Do or do not, there is no try. Yeah, there's something you're considering doing or not doing. Maybe it's not like something specific, but just a way of living life, maybe even. You're wondering if you're gonna have success. That I think is why this card is here, but maybe a reassurance from Spirit that you will have success if you keep trying, really. We have listened to your gut. That's very important. We have just be yourself. I feel that belongs on the good cheer. I feel that you are normally a very cheerful person. We have guilt is a waste of time and energy. We have we learn to love by loving. Happiness can be found even the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. That's definitely a good cheer message as well, staying optimistic. Or remembering that even during hard times we can find joy, which is different than happiness. I was someone wise in my life once said that happiness is temporary and it's sort of a product of chance. We don't really have control over happiness sometimes, but joy is a choice. We can always choose to feel joyful and grateful for what we have and for our lives, really. We have see beyond fear and look at the world with love. Yeah, that's kind of going with the joy message and the happiness message in a way as well. We have can we talk? We have keep me in your heart for a while. And we have remember it's a sin to kill a mockingbird. And we do have a little bird pin here. It's not a mockingbird, but and we do also have a hummingbird. So there's a few birds here. Okay, so group 2, what I'm feeling here and what I'm seeing here actually is that you have this great potential to harness your inner joy, but at the moment you're feeling a little pessimistic about things. We have as your overall energy the 4 of Cups, which can be about feeling a little bit powerless or apathetic even to the opportunities we have in life, and this can cause us to miss out on things or to sort of miss the point. And we also have the 6 of Swords in reverse, which indicates that there's a need to move on from something, but there's some resistance to that, whether that be from denial or from just maybe not being ready to let go of something yet. We also have this dragon charm holding a little crystal, and this is also an indication that you've been holding on to something very tightly, almost like, like how a dragon hoards treasure and will kill for it. It's sort of this, it's a little dramatic, but it's this intense energy of like, I need to hold on to this or it's going to be taken away. And we also have the 5 of Swords. So there's some conflict. Maybe, I don't know if it's coming from a group necessarily. I'm more feeling that it's inner conflict with yourself. Yeah, I feel like you want to take some kind of opportunity, but you're scared to, and you're feeling this conflict with yourself. You have these messages on like, should I stay? Should I go? We have, would you rather be a fool or a coward? Now or later. It's sort of this uncertainty, very much this 4 of Cups kind of energy. And we have not my circus, not my monkeys. So maybe also people in your life are experiencing some hardship and trying to involve you, maybe, and it's maybe not their intention, but it's affecting you now. And you feel like you need to kind of maybe cut out some of this negativity, either whether it's coming from you or from other people. You feel like you can't take it anymore, really, so you need to somehow minimize that. We also have the Tiger, which can be about, aggression or primal instincts. But we also have this message, remember it's a sin to kill a mockingbird, so it's asking for some compassion as well. Remember your compassion, and this is in your nature, I feel. To only take as much as you need. I feel like this might be about the people in your life. Maybe they're taking more from you than you can really give. I mentioned the fairies. We have this little fairy here who looks like she's sort of in mid-flight. And I feel like she's sort of like a giving fairy. Like she's got her arm, I don't know if you could see because she's quite small. She's got her arm outstretched like she's going to give something. And we have the unicorn. So I feel like you're very special kind of person. Maybe you give a lot to people normally. But we have this little egg. And inside is it very teeny tiny little fairy or angel. I can't really tell, it's so small. But it's closed. So it's like you have this ability to give and be this magical person, but there's a need to balance that out right now because you need to give to yourself first before you can give to other people. It fell within this copper ring, which is an indication for a need to balance our energies. We have the bird, which fell kind of upside down along with the Page of Cups, which, yeah, indicates that there's some creative blocks maybe, or some emotional immaturity. That could be for the people around you. Maybe they're a little bit emotionally immature and that's why they're looking to you because you have this maturity. Or it could be an indication that you need to take on some of this growth and mature a little bit. Not to say that you're like this immature person, but just that, we grow our whole lives and we always need to improve ourselves. Otherwise, we become stagnant. We have the Hermit and this little bouquet of flowers. I feel like you are being given this opportunity to self-reflect and to do this work on yourself that you've been wanting to do, but too scared almost to take it on because it's overwhelming. And maybe you do feel like this coward. You're like, should I be the fool or the coward? Maybe if I do work on myself, I'll look foolish, or what if I fail, But I think Spirit's telling you, like, listen to your gut and you will have success. And it's not the end yet. And we do have this Harvest card down here. So I feel like if you do undertake this journey, you will have an abundant harvest. Or there's this need to work on your harvest, work on what you've been cultivating. And again, mentioning the fairies, we have this good cheer card and it has fairies on it. So I definitely feel like you're kind of like a fairy or like a unicorn. You're this very special person. And maybe you need a little bit of a time out. You need to learn to love by loving. Maybe this is for yourself. You need some time to love yourself a little bit. Some self-care, really, which we all need. And I think especially now, we really need to focus on that. It's easy to let it slip by with just the crazy, chaotic world we're living in, but we have this card here for knowledge, and it also feels quite solitary. It has a cup of tea and a tree, and it is a card about taking time to reflect. We have this crab charm, which is sort of a Cancer energy. It's, the crab has a very tough shell, but a very soft inside. It's an animal that is very patient, moves slowly, but steadily towards its goals, and lives on land and the ocean. It's definitely a very watery creature, a very adaptable creature. And we have this red token with the hummingbird on top, and it fell on the knowledge. And I feel that this is about taking that time to how a hummingbird drinks nectar, taking the time to drink that juice. I don't know, that sounds like a weird thing to say, but, really just about giving to yourself a bit and taking that time to self-reflect. We have this little glass bead. It's a little green cat, and it can represent jealousy or fears, some often like irrational fears or our deepest fears, really. Really, when this charm comes out, it's asking for some shadow work to be done, kind of self-reflection, thinking about what scares us and why it scares us, and how to accept ourselves and love ourselves, regardless of these things that are these icky feelings we don't want to face. So I might actually read from the little booklet what this knowledge card says, because it can be insightful sometimes. This little book, it's actually a spell book. So yes, from what I remember, it's definitely about inner knowledge. So inner knowledge, outer knowledge, what does this mean? If this card has chosen you, the universe is tapping on your shoulder, trying to tell you something, but you're just not listening. So it's decided to get your attention this way instead. This card wants to give you something precious, an inner knowing that will help you manifest your dreams. Pay attention. If this card has chosen you, you're aware that there's something you need to know, but what is it? You can clarify the missing link in your knowledge and fill your mind and soul to the brim. Pass it on when the time is right. So yes, this pass it on when the time is right. I'm feeling that there's something you need to figure out. We have this can we talk and keep me in your heart for a while. I feel like Spirit's trying to talk to you and tell you something important that you need to know in order to move forward in your life and to give to those that you want to give to. But you really need to grasp this thing that you need to know, or this inner knowledge first before you can move forward. That's why the Six of Swords is in reverse here, because it's blocked. There's this need to move forward, but you can't do it until you take this time for self-reflection and giving back to yourself, really. So, but there will be success here. There will be success. You're very special, Group 2, and you can do it. I believe in you. I hope this was helpful for you, Group 2, and I wish you the best. And I will see you in your next reading. Bye, Group 2. Hello, Group 3, and welcome. If you chose this kiwi bird skull ring, then this is your reading. We'll be doing like an energy check-in reading tonight. And I'll be using tarot cards as well as oracle cards and charms and channeled messages. So we'll have a lot to look at tonight. So let's get started. Okay, Spirit, what can you tell me about Group 3's energy? What can you tell me about Group 3's energy, Spirit? What can you tell me about Group 3's energy, Spirit? Can you tell me? Oh my God, that's too many cards. Okay. That was too many cards, so. Okay, Spirit. Just one card to start with, please. What can you tell me about Group 3's energy? Okay, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. And we have the Chariot. Definitely a forward-moving energy here. Okay, what else, Spirit? What can you tell me about Group 3's energy? What can you tell me about Group 3's energy, Spirit? What can you tell me about Group 3's energy, Spirit? What can you tell me? Sorry, that was my phone. It's quite loud when it goes off. Oh my God. Okay, Spirit really wants to show me a million cards. That's too many, Spirit. I can't take that many. Just one at a time, please. Spirit, what can you tell me about Group 3's energy? Please, just one card. Again. Maybe I need to silence that. Sorry about that, Group 3. So many distractions. Okay. We have two come out. We have the Nine of Wands. And we have Judgment in reverse. And then our bottom deck energy is the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. Some sharp energy. Maybe that's why so many cards were coming out. Yeah, quite some strong energies you're feeling, Group 3. Okay, let's get some oracle cards as well. Spirit, what can you tell me about Group 3's energy? What advice do you have for Group 3? What advice do you have for Group 3, Spirit? What can you tell me about their energy? What advice do you have for Group 3, Spirit? What advice do you have for Group 3? Oh my gosh, again, cards just flying out. We have organization. Makes sense with the Chariot. In a way, we have true love come to me. Interesting. Spirit, one more card, please, for Group 3. What can you tell me about their energy? Too many, Spirit, too many. I'm sorry, but that's too many. Please, just one more. Spirit, what can you tell me about Group 3's energy? Okay. Success, yes, with the Chariot. I feel like you are, you're getting organized. You're gonna make your true love come to you. You're going to have success. You are definitely like rearing and ready to go, but let's see. Bottom deck energy, we have trust, which is an important card and a love message, I will say. Let's see also what charms and messages we can get for you, Group 3. so we have a little bunny rabbit with a tiny little carrot, teensy tiny. It's such a cute little charm. It's a very small little dingly carrot. And we have a jack-o'-lantern. We have this dragon with a little marble. This purple bead. We have a peacock. I feel like this is your energy for sure. You're feeling very bold. And lucky. We have this, well, actually it's not a 4-leaf clover. It's a 3-leaf clover. This is sort of, with the heart and the crown and the arms. I know this is a specific symbol, but I actually haven't looked up what it is. If one of you have a better explanation than me, I'll probably just read this intuitively for now, but we have a palm tree, a blue foot, the mask, and we have this charm. Actually, it's a stamped coin, but it's a mistake. It's only half there. We have this broken link chain, this small little ring from my childhood. I don't know how I've managed to not lose that. We have the little umbrella, this little clear button. I found this on the beach in Portugal. I don't know why, but it was calling out to me. I had to take it. And also, it's plastic, so I didn't want it to go back into the ocean. And we have a shark. Definitely, you're feeling very much this forward movement towards success, because this also fell on the success. Okay, let's see what channeled messages we get. On the floor. Okay, let's see what we have. Go with the flow. I think this is definitely for the shark. Anger hurts us more. We do have the King of Swords in reverse, which can indicate sometimes biting words or a little, not aggression, but like, sometimes we say things and we're meaning to just be logical, but then it ends up hurting someone's feelings. It's sort of like this kind of thing. And it's just a reminder. We have guilt is a waste of time and energy. I feel like this is forming a sentence here. Anger hurts us more. Guilt is a waste of time and energy. I think this is maybe you speaking to someone. Maybe I feel that you're the very logical person and you're trying to show someone who's hurting, that this is a waste of their time, really. But you have to remember that people feel what they'll feel, and sometimes speaking to them, trying to talk them out of their feelings just makes things worse. We have patience doesn't mean waiting. Yes, I feel like you don't want to wait. You definitely have this Chariot energy. We have it's okay to start over. Just be yourself. Always look on the bright side of life. We have happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. We've got be willing to let go. And we have poetry emboldens the soul to accept mystery. We have silence your inner critic. This sentence here that I mentioned, this could be for you. Maybe you're feeling these emotions that you see as sort of like unwarranted, or you're like, oh, I'm making too big a deal out of this, but this is a reminder to silence your inner critic. It's okay to feel what you feel. It's our actions that matter. Feelings are just feelings. It doesn't mean they're reality necessarily. It just means what we feel. They're real, but they're not, like they don't always affect our outside experience. So they're real inside of us, but not in the material realm, if that makes sense. We have take as long as it takes. There's a message here to have some patience. I feel that you're very much rushing towards some kind of outcome, but I'm getting a lot of messages about having patience here. We have, it is the unknown we fear when we look upon death and darkness, nothing more. There is some fear here as well. The shark can sometimes also indicate fears. So we've helped me help you. And we have, there is no right time. There is just time and what you choose to do with it. So, okay, group 3, what I am seeing is that, first of all, you're feeling very, very confident in yourself. Very much like you don't need outside validation. Like you feel good and you feel confident in yourself. You have this blossoming self-esteem. Sorry, group 2, my card was full. I had to clear it. But as I was saying, you're feeling very much this inner sense of confidence. It's the kind of confidence that you don't need someone to tell you that you're great or that you achieved something, that you did something well. You know it yourself. We have this just be yourself. And we also have the peacock. So you're feeling very confident, like you're feeling your colors. You know what I mean? Feeling very empowered from within. You also have the jack-o'-lantern, which, you light a candle from within it. So you're feeling this like inner light for sure. I do feel like you're trying to like seize this moment, that you feel like you have luck on your side and this confidence, and you don't want to wait. And you have the Chariot here. And you are like rearing to go. But again, we do have this message here. Take as long as it takes. There's no right time. There's just how you use your time. We do have this organization card. And we have the umbrella, which I see is like sort of like a protection. So I think Spirit's urging you to yes, use this powerful energy you have right now, but make sure you're protected. Make sure you're organized, cover all your bases, do your due diligence, you know what I mean? I feel like you're trying to tackle a lot of different things at once right now. I definitely am feeling there's a message here about romance, but also about maybe career or just organizing your life in some way. But there's something that's unfinished. There might be something you're missing here because we have the Judgment card in reverse, which can be about like you don't have everything quite that you need yet, or you might be ignoring an important message. And there is a need to go with the flow here. You can't force an outcome. I feel like you're very attached to a specific outcome, and it's important to stay open. And maybe you're attached to this specific outcome and you feel that you need to control it all because you're afraid, because we have this message that says it's the unknown we fear when we look upon death and darkness, nothing more. And we have the shark here. You have that forward movement, that confidence, but there's also some fear under the surface here. You're trying to gain clarity. We have on this love message here, true love come to me. We have some different messages. We have be willing to let go, help me help you. And this button here, which can be about seeking clarity, but things are still a little bit not fully there yet. You're still sort of seeing through clouded vision, maybe. And this ring is about the past or nostalgia. Maybe you're seeing through sort of, I feel like you're maybe trying to go back and get someone from your past, possibly, but you're seeing them through rose-colored glasses. This is just what I'm feeling. This could be only for some. This may not resonate with everyone. That doesn't mean this person isn't right for you. I think it's just asking for a little bit of reflection here. So we also have the Nine of Wands, which means you're standing, this is another reassuring sign. You're standing tall and confident against this adversity you're facing. We have this message about it's okay to start over. You have faced some trials that have been really hard to come back from, but you're coming back strong. We have this mask, which is about authenticity. It did fall upside down, but I don't feel that there's an issue of inauthenticity here, but I think that maybe you are still holding on to a little bit of a mask. You're trying to not show weakness here, but true strength is also about owning our weaknesses. So just be sure to remember that. We have also this foot charm, which is about gaining maturity. So I feel like you are gaining this experience, this maturity. You might be not fully there yet, but you're getting there. And then finally we have this trust card, and then this message that says, poetry emboldens the soul to accept mystery. So I think overall, what Spirit is telling you is to embrace this sort of mystery, the unknown. Like, embrace your confidence that you're feeling right now, because that's very powerful and important. But leave a little bit to mystery too. Leave a little bit, that can also be this mask as well. Leave a little bit of mystery to intervene in your life. This dragon charm can also be about holding on to something a little too tightly. So again, try not to hold on to a specific outcome. We have this little bunny rabbit with the carrot, again, holding on to something. And we have this broken chain, which can be about breaking free from our past and from our past mistakes and like from the wisdom of these things. We do have this person from the past cropping up. So I think Spirit is like saying, like, yes, harness this energy, use it well. I'm hearing use it well, but use some discretion too, use some of your wisdom that you've gained, and just make sure to stay organized in your pursuits if you can. But all positive signs here, even the reversals, they're quite good cards. They're just reversed because you're maybe not fully there yet, but you're so close. You do have this success card. You will have success here. Very positive signs. I love your confidence, Group 3. It's truly, truly admirable, and I feel that you will have success, and that, yeah, you're going to have a really interesting, great journey here. I love this message about there is no right time. There's just time and what you choose to do with it. So I feel like you are embracing this you're embracing kind of the challenges in your past as being more, it's giving you fuel really and motivation to do everything you've been wanting to do. We also have this palm tree here, which can just be about, again, going with the flow and like relaxing and enjoying yourself. So don't forget about that too. Don't make it all about goals all the time and I have to do this and this and this every single day. Enjoy your life too, enjoy the journey. So I hope this was helpful for you, Group 3, and I look forward to seeing you in your next reading.